All right. Hello, everyone. Hi, hi, hi. Very good to see everybody that's on. We are on the Money Mind, February 11th, 2025, brought to you by Guaranteed Prosperity and hosted by yours truly, Meir Ezra. How long is up to you? Your first million is up to us. A lot of you are not yet members of the Money Mind. A lot of you are. And the idea is to welcome you because you've been on one of my previous programs as just an extra to come and join. And we do these every week. Plus, you get a ton of access to a lot of different programs that we do. And that's what the Money Mind's all about. All right, let's jump in. Okay, first of all, agreements. Agreements. Let me let one or two more people that are coming in. Good morning, everyone. Really great to be here and learn and grow with you all. Yes, Robert, amazing to have you on. Okay, agreements. No recordings, video, audio, screenshots, etc. Nothing I say today is true unless it's true for you. Unless it's true for you. You need to make sure that what I say is true, not because I said it's true, but because it's true for you. Do I have your agreement on that? Yes, beautiful. All right, good. Now, don't let me move from point A to point B before you understand point A. I want to make sure you understand. I like answering your questions. I really, really enjoy it. So please ask if you have any questions. All I teach is simple. Simple, because the end result of complication is unworkability. Most people like to hear very complicated answers to things because it makes them feel like it's more workable, more serious, more true because, whoa, it's so complex. Complex means it's not workable. Simple means powerful. So what I teach is simple, and that's actually a problem because it sounds too simple. Nah, that can't be my answer. Way too simple. Hi, hi, Anwar. Okay. Now, most importantly, you are a spectator in the class. You're a participant, a partaker. You will get results only if you participate. If you just sit there without participating, you unfortunately won't get results. You just won't. So participate. Participation means unmuting yourself and talking, or writing in the chat, or anything. Anything like that. Bridget, thank you. And we're going to learn applicable knowledge, and the purpose is results, not thinking. There's times that I've given people really powerful data, very powerful data, and what ends up happening is it's so powerful that they think about it as opposed to using it. It's wow, that's really, really powerful, and they really think on that, and they really want to prepare first before they do anything with it because it's so powerful. Let me just think about how I'm going to use it. No, apply it. Apply it. Hi, Rudolph. Okay, let's talk about results. To get results, you will need to apply what you learn. It sounds pretty straightforward, but I need to remind you that you have to apply it in order for it to work. You see, this universe is a rough and tough universe, and even the lions among us have a hard time surviving this game. And hence, my 10,000 ethical millionaires are, and as you know, my mission is to create 10,000 ethical millionaires. Ethical millionaire means people that have helped at least 1,000,000 times, people that are doing well in all parts of their life. That's what an ethical millionaire is. So my 10,000 ethical millionaires, their characteristics, they're the tough ones, the bold, those who insist on getting results. They're going to use it and work it and practice until they get results. Those that commit, those that are willing to do what it takes, not what is possible from their current limited viewpoint. You have an idea of what you can do right now. What you think you can do right now is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you to do what it takes. There's a big difference. Amen. Yes. And hi, Rudolph. Like giving somebody a hammer and then he thinks about how the nail will go into the wood. Exactly. You've got to use the hammer. And my 10,000 ethical millionaires know that the more they improve, the more they need to improve. There's this principle. The more you improve, the more you need to improve. The more you learn, the more you need to learn. The more you get coaching, the more you need coaching. The more you do courses with us, the more you need to do courses with us. And people say, oh, no, but you're just saying that because you want us to do more courses with you. First of all, true, because I know it'll help you. But let's look at the best athletes in the world. Let's look at LeBron James. I used this example last week. LeBron James, the more he became number one, the more he got coaches. He has a dribbling coach. He has a passing coach. He has a nutrition coach. He has a physio. He has a chiropractor. He has a general coach for the game. I think he invests about $3 million a year on himself, on his coaching. $3 million a year, but he's the best. Why would he need all that? He's the best. Why does he need to keep investing in himself? Because he knows the more he improves, the more he needs to improve, the more he needs to do what got him there. The classic mistake that people make is they do some courses, they improve, and they think, ah, it's enough. I've done enough. I don't need to do more courses. But the courses, the learning, the education is what got you here. So you need to keep doing what worked in order to continue to improve. Wow, yes. Oh my God. Yeah. And I was talking actually to Robert, who's on here, and Robert was saying that Tom Brady, who's one of the best of all time, he has, I think Robert said 16 coaches, something like that, 16 coaches. No problem, Deborah. So that just shows you the more you improve, the more you need coaching. Make sense so far? Everyone with me? Yeah, that's amazing. It is amazing. It really is. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Okay, great. We're going to learn principles that you can apply for expansion in every aspect of your life. Business, marketing, relationships, love, friendships, health, every aspect of your life. But you will not get results if you do not insist on understanding each and every word I say. How will I know if you understood? How do you think I'll know if you understood what I'm teaching you here today? Because you see, what I'm teaching you, I know it works. So how will I know if you understood it? What do you think? What's my best way to know if you've understood what I'm teaching? You'll participate, yes. Acknowledging, okay. Exactly, Anthony and Harold. Yeah, exactly. By your results, by your application. If you bring results, I know you've applied. If you still don't have results, I know there's something you didn't yet understand because it works. It works. What's the only reason one does not get the expected results? What's the only reason that you don't get expected results in any area? What do you think is the only reason? No action. Okay. Okay. What's the only reason you did not participate? You misunderstood. Okay. Excuse. Something you don't know. Not doing what works. Yes, there we go. Yeah. The only reason one does not get the expected results is fake realities. A fake reality is a piece of information that you're 100% sure is right, but when you use it, it doesn't bring you the expected results. So understanding will remove fake realities. You will then apply and bring results. If you still don't have results, I know you're operating on fake realities. I know there's something you didn't understand yet. So the best way to keep in touch with me to ensure that you understand is to continuously participate, to talk to me, to ask questions, to be involved, to insist on understanding each and every word I say. Make sense? Yes, perfect. Excellent, beautiful. Okay, good. Now, the Money Mind is a special program designed to help you solve your current challenges, what's currently problematic for you, and it's composed of the following components. It's called the Wake. This whole system or program that I'm using is a program we created called Wake, and every time we go over it. Now, the money mind, for those that don't fully know, every week you join these live coaching calls, but in parallel, every single person is on a study program, and they have access to about up to $13,000 worth of our courses. $13,000 worth of our courses that they can milk as much as they want on a study program, and all they pay is $59 a week. $59 a week, and you get these sessions plus all the courses. These sessions alone should be $59 a week. They actually go for $260 for drop-ins, by the way, per week, yeah. But it's $59 a week, so it's a really cool program, and it's composed of this. Number one, W is wins. The definition of success is the sum of all validated improvements. Yeah, Harold, priceless for sure. The sum of all validated improvements. Each session starts with your wins from implementing what you've learned in the GP lessons. Most people focus on what was wrong with their day, on what is wrong with their face, on what is wrong with their body, on what is wrong with their relationship, on what is wrong. It's hard for people. It's something I have to get people to practice, to tell me what was right. What was your win? What was good about your day? What was the improvement today? Really, I do this with my team every morning. We go over wins and improvements, and usually they're very good. They give me wins and improvements, but some days they say, I don't know, I didn't have a win yesterday. And I have to help them to find a win. So here with the Money Mind group, we practice finding the wins every week. Yes, very true, true, yeah. Answers. This is a coaching session that's designed to handle the inevitable walls you hit while building your business and making money. You will hit walls. I will debug any issue you run into. Vital and key for real results. So you can come to me during the coaching sessions and ask me questions of areas that you're stuck, areas that are problematic, when you don't know if to turn left or right, and I will give you answers. Knowledge. Knowledge equals control, and control equals income. If you learn how to sell, you will control the sales process much more. If you control the sales process more, you'll get income. If you learn how to have a good relationship, you'll control how you are in relationships, and you'll have the income from the relationship, which is love and a teammate and appreciation and all the good things that come with it. So knowledge equals control, and control equals income. Income is not just money. It's anything good that you want. The knowledge you will learn from the courses and coaching alone will put you in a state where nothing can strike you down. As I said, each person gets put on a study program, and that knowledge makes you bulletproof. And that's all part of the money mind. And expansion. Most of what you need to know is hidden from your view. And of course, it's difficult to progress when you don't see, when you're blind. It's very hard to make forward progress while you're blind. In this component, you will open your eyes to what is actually going on. And as a result, you will expand in all areas of your life. And a lot of the expansion gets done during these coaching sessions, where I give you the next piece of data that you need to a little bit crack open the next thing, and a little bit expand and a little bit expand. And that's what this is all about. So that's the Wake program. Make sense to everyone? Do you like it or love it? Like it or love it? Yes, love it. Exactly. Yes, perfect. Okay, great. Perfect. All right, let's start. So the first thing that we do is wins. We go over wins and improvements from the last week. This is a chance to unmute yourself or to write in the chat. I can read it out loud, but the best thing is if you want to unmute yourself and talk about some wins. Tell me how it's going. What did you get? What improved? Was there an increase in sales? Did you realize something amazing from one of the courses? That's what I'm looking for, is what did you get from learning over the last week? What did you do that you can give as an improvement or a tip to everybody else on here? A new system you found, something you realized from the programs that you want to share. Go ahead and share your wins. You can type it or you can unmute yourself. And even if you have previously last week shared a win, you're welcome to share again. There's no limitation, but they're usually quick fire wins. We spent a few minutes on this, so I'd love to hear your wins. Please share. Ahmad, I made appointments with 3 prospects. Excellent. 3 prospects. Well done. That's definitely a win. I love it. Good. Who else? I'd like to hear your wins. Share the wins. And every single person, there should be, honestly, there should be 32 wins here. Like every participant should have a win, something that got better. Oh, I made a phone call to somebody that I didn't feel like making a phone call to. Oh, I was editing a video on my video editing software, and I learned a new trick of how to do something on my software. Oh, a win can also be something that you didn't want to do, that you didn't do. For example, I'm on a diet. I didn't want to eat any cake this week, and all week I didn't eat any cake. You didn't do what you didn't want to do. That's a win. Okay, Bridget, highest outbound activity of anyone on my team of 10. Amazing. Wow. Wow, Bridget. Jenna, after last week's class, I was more aware of the plus I put out, and I continue to put out. Exactly, the pluses and minuses was a major lesson from last week. Amazing, Jenna. Lance, I started an event and created a marketing post with specifically created buttons for the target audience. Yes, excellent, Lance. I'm glad you're practicing that. Very good. Jonathan, LinkedIn event went from 6 appointments booked to 10 appointments booked, not once, but 2 events in 2 weeks. Yes, yes, yes. Amazing, Jonathan. Amazing, amazing. Wendy, I use a new tool online to warm up email domain. Excellent. That's an improvement. Yes. Anthony, I was not pulled into the mind as much as or as in the past. Yes, good. Not getting so much in the mind. Beautiful, 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 Anthony. Tariq, I've started putting on more communication and I've started getting more income. Exactly. Communication out equals communication in. Exactly that. Amazing. Very, very good. Anyone else? And you can feel free to also unmute yourself. My favorite is
Hi,
to unmute yourself. Yes. Hi.
can you see me?
Yes. So good to see you and hear you.
Yes, I had an amazing win from the business class. There was a drill, and then we have to see having ideas for to solve the problem. And then I took that I don't have order with my things. And then the win is that I really have to take every piece it's lying around and decide, do I use it or not? And then decide a place where I put there. And that, yeah, it's a lot to do, but you can't have order without doing this. That's my win.
Amazing. Wow, yes. Order, putting in order is so important. And it's very important to know that when you put in order, there will always be some confusion first. When you're cleaning, you make more of a mess first in order to have it clean at the end. If you're organizing a drawer to put in order in the drawer, you actually create more of a mess first. Things come out all of a sudden, they're on the table, dust gets kicked up, there's a mess, a mess, a mess, a mess, and then you bring in order. First the dust, exactly. So you need to not be affected or taken aback when you see, oh, whoa, I'm creating a mess while I'm putting in order in an area. Oh, it's getting more confusing, more chaotic as I'm trying to organize. Yeah, that it is. That's part of it. Continue, and order will be on the other end. Very well done. Very well done. Anwar, one lead of my real estate to be sold has come with his brother to take a look at the object. Very good, Anwar. I know that's a big project for you to handle that real estate. Well done. I'm glad. Robert, getting back to my morning and evening rituals to better prepare my mindset for the day, setting up myself for the best possible day. Love it. Nice, Robert. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Very, very good. Excellent. Well done. Well done. Very well done on your wins. Thank you for sharing. We need more. I'm planting a seed in you right now to say, get used to it. We need even more wins. This was very good. But you have more wins that you haven't recognized. You have more improvements that you haven't recognized. So you need to look for them. Look for the wins every day. But this is very good. Very, very good. Avery, I'm getting renos to my basement, which will be completed soon, and someone wants to come over and look at it on February 22nd to see if it's suitable for her. She lives 3.5 hours away, and I offered her to stay one night. Oh, that's so nice, Avery. Excellent. Really, really excellent. That's a great idea to offer her to stay. Good. Now, the next thing that we always do is we go over questions. Okay? For the questions, you can write it, but I prefer if you unmute yourself. So the questions are things like, what area do you need help with right now? What is your current struggle? Something specific. What right now do you want answers on? What makes you feel unsure? That's what I'm looking at. Oh, good, Kelly. Excellent. Shamaya is incredible. I'm very happy that you have a meeting with her. That's excellent. She is so good at what she does, and she brings amazing results. And there's a few people on here that came through Shamaya, and a few people on here that can also tell you the amazing results they've gotten with her. So, highly recommended to work with Shamaya. Carmela wins, increasing my review and studying 2 hours daily, business class and soul coffee. Amazing, Carmela. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes, great. So, do you have any questions for me? Any questions for me? If not, I have a specific thing that I want to touch upon, which was a question that I actually went over yesterday with Robert, and we spoke a bit about how it can be very helpful to share with everyone. And I think Jonathan had a similar question, and it's all around sort of surveying buttons, positioning, and so forth. So, should I just dive into that if there's no other questions?
I have a question
Yes.
about coaching. I somehow um, worry that when the coach says something, actually, I had an example on this.
Yeah.
When the coach says something and you really don't like it, you absolutely can not agree. So, what do you with this coach?
Yeah. If you take it on a coach, the whole thing is, look, you know that you give the best. So let me just clarify his question, okay? Because I know what you mean here, Harold. He's basically saying, what if I take on a coach and the coach tells me to do something, but I don't think that's the way I should do it. I don't agree. I want to do it my way, not the coach's suggested way. And here's the thing, okay? What does a coach do? A coach needs to see your maze from the outside. You're in a maze, and when you're in a maze, all you see is walls. You don't know what lies ahead, but if somebody can look from above, they can see the entire maze. And that's what a coach really does. A coach gets you to look. If a coach doesn't get you to look and they say, do it my way or the highway, what they're actually doing is saying, you are my slave and you are forever tied to me. The way we do coaching is we give you knowledge. Then the knowledge, we ask you to look. You come to the conclusions, and then you ultimately will bring results and need a coach less and less for that subject. You will continue to need coaching, but on that area, you'll become more and more and more powerful. Now, that being said, if you take on a coach, and that coach is someone that you know is good, you know brings on results, what the coach says, you do. Because the coach sees more than you, number one. The coach has brought results. The coach is directing you in an area that you don't see, and there's two types of people. Those that are totally willing to be coached, and those that think they know better than the coach. When you take on coaching, you follow what the coach says because the coach sees what you don't see. When I go to the gym and I'm working with my personal trainer, whatever he says, I do. Anything. Because right now, he's my coach. And he says, you need to do this exercise. I'm like, I don't think so. I'm so exhausted. And he says, you believe me, do the exercise. And I do it. And I feel better. And I get results. And I lose weight or I put on muscle. I go to the gym like what you say, I do. What you say, I do. You are my coach. I will follow you because I'm willing to be coached. But in parallel, I'm looking, I'm learning, I'm getting better so that slowly but surely I improve. So we can do more advanced things and more advanced things. Does that make sense? I know it
Yes,
was a
yes.
long-winded answer, but I think I was trying to cover a few bases. Does that make
And
sense?
yes, and I had an amazing realization. The coach has to know my maze. I have to talk a lot about this. That's so amazing to see that.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. You have to keep in communication with your coach, 100%. Yeah. And then the coach knows your maze, exactly.
Okay,
Very good.
thank you.
Okay. You're very welcome. Ahmad, I have an issue of overcoming procrastination. Oh, yes. Okay. I covered that more in the first one, the first Money Mind that we did. I'm happy to send you a replay. But generally, procrastination comes from a few different things. One of them is due to your own sins in the area that you need to clean up. That's the root of it, by the way. But immediate, kind of an Advil that you can take to make it go away for now is reinvigorate the purpose. If you have a very clear end result and you know what is the end result, the procrastination will fade away because you have to do it. If you kind of maybe do, maybe don't, you have time to procrastinate. But if you know that if you start running right now, you're going to save your child that's going to be hit with a car in 5 hours, and you need to get there right on time to stop them from crossing the street. You know, you get a fortune teller, they tell you in 5 hours they're going to cross this street. Start running, you will save them. You will start running. And you run and you run and you run. You're not going to start thinking, maybe I stop for a coffee. You have an exact end result to catch them from crossing the street. And you know why, and you have no time for procrastination. So when the purpose is crystal clear, there's no room for procrastination. Wendy, what are the last two marketing love languages? That's exactly the topic for next week's Money Mind. That's the fourth one. I'm going to cover the final two marketing love languages. I'm going to re-go over all five of them, by the way. Okay, struggling to create marketing messages that attract attention, get the lead to feel the pain, and to offer an irresistible offer. Am I missing your final two tips? I'm going to cover that shortly. It's going to help with what I'm going to show you today. Okay, good. Now I'm seeing all your answers. Wow, yes, thank you. Excellent. You're very welcome. Good. So what I want to go over with you guys today is, Jonathan, the survey. I'm not going to go over your survey, but I'm going to give you some answers. Jonathan, I'll speak to you about that separately, specifically, but what I'm going to give you now will help, okay? Hi, Kapil. Okay, so I want to use an example that I went over with Robert yesterday, okay? And he said that it's all good if we go over it with you. He's yeah, I think this will help you guys as well. And what I want to do is really go through it in exactly the order that I went through it with Robert, and I think it'll help you. Okay? So Robert has an amazing company that helps to create huge amounts of sales for any team or any person. He's a sales trainer, but very, very good, and he works on systems and he basically makes you very, very profitable. That's the bottom line. Do I have that right in a nutshell, Robert?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, perfect. Now, he said, look, I want to work a survey, number one, and this is my website. What tips can you give me? Okay. Now, I want you guys to look over the homepage. By the way, it's a beautiful website. I mean, I would rate it a 9 out of 10. So it's not that I'm not using it as like this is a terrible example of a website. No, it's actually a very good website. But then we went over, okay, how do we make it a 10 out of 10? And I want you to look over it, just what you see right here, and tell me what would you improve on this website? What's missing? What's like the obvious thing that's missing on the right when you get to the homepage? And by the way, almost every website has this same problem. Almost every website I see. So, what do you think is missing? It's likely that your website has a similar problem. The website's on the screen. Can you see the website, by the way? Can everybody see the screen with the website? Yeah, okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. What do you think is okay? Um, Contact info, phone number. Okay, you're not wrong, but also there is the get in touch up here. You can get in touch. It's quite visible. The message, okay, the button, yeah. Too much text. Okay, it's not too much text. It's not too much text. Why? Because when you have something that you care about, you will read about it and read about it and read about it. If you go onto, you're researching right now for I don't know, a new um, baby formula, seeing as that's where my head's at, although we're breastfeeding, but baby formula, let's say, I'm going to read all about it. I'm going to read articles and articles and articles to make sure that it's correct. So it's not too much text. You will read those things that are interesting for you, that answer your questions. No emotional connection, emotion, okay.
No,
Testimonials,
no pain point, no pleasure point. No motion
okay.
forte.
Yeah, okay, good. Good, okay, I'm with you. Okay, so I'll tell you what I said. I'll tell you what I said. It's not that the text is too tiny either, no. It's a beautiful website, but I said, look, what do you do? I get to the website, I want to know, what do you do? What do you do? I now gave you guys some data about what he does. I probably shouldn't have. Imagine you didn't know what he does. Imagine I didn't tell you that he's a sales trainer and so forth. You get to the landing page. So what do you do? What do you do? Redefining the future of sales. That's good. But what do you do? Like, what do you do for me as a company? What's in it for me? Okay, at the core of our ethos lies a dedication to our clients, which is very good. Okay, transforming potential into performance through leadership and sales coaching. Okay, Robert, did you update this since we spoke or not yet? Not yet. Okay, good. So transforming potential through leadership and sales coaching, a little bit of an idea, but I still don't know what does he do exactly. Your success is our shared triumph, appreciated, that's a good thing. We're unwavering in our commitment to delivering exceptional personalized service, also a good thing, but I don't know, what do you do? We foster relationships grounded in trust, integrity, and genuine desire for mutual success, both for our clients and our team. Okay, great. But so what do you do? Like, how do you do it? What's in it for me? What do I get? I come to your website. What do we do? Okay, so we'll scroll
Gal,
down a bit.
can
Why
I share
choose
something
us?
else?
Yeah, go ahead, Robert.
Yeah, I just, when I'm listening to you and I'm, reading my own website, uh, something that comes to mind is that whatever field we're in, whatever expertise we're in, it's easy to um, have the blinders on and assume that everybody else knows what we know because we know it so well. And I can see that that's what I've done with that above the fold page there is I'm assuming that everybody knows what I do,
Yeah,
right? And it's not clear. So it's a great reminder for me to, put on the lens of the prospect and really look through their eyes and and not filter, what I already know.
correct. It's so true. It's true for everyone. You assume that everybody gets it, and nobody gets it. And by the way, that same assumption is what stops people from charging enough money for what they do. That's interesting because they think what I do is simple. So I'm going to charge a lot for it. You think I know it so well, it's easy. I was working with a videographer and he's like, I charge, like thousands of dollars for shoots. And like, I mean, all I do is I hold a camera. I'm in an air conditioned room. I'm videoing and I go in my other air conditioned room and I turn on the software. I sit on my computer. I'm drinking a coffee and I edit the video. Like it's easy. He didn't understand that not everybody knows. It's not easy for everyone. He brings huge value. He has things that he knows that nobody knows. He has an eye. He has tons of, but to him it was so simple. Like it's just video and editing. And that same reason, yeah, I do sales training. Like everybody should get it. I mean, I redefine the future of sales. But you don't realize how much people don't know about how much you know. Yeah, it's very interesting. You get what I mean? People don't know how much you know, and so you don't realize that. It's very, very interesting. So, um, yeah, I'm just reading what you guys wrote up above. Yeah, exactly. So let's get back really quick to this, and I don't want to take too much time on it, but I just want to give you guys the full picture here and what we went over. Okay, so we go down again. Why choose us? With which is great. 25 years of industry experience. You know, industry leaders, certifications from amazing places, cutting edge insights, amazing. But what do you do? What do you, how, okay, so how can we help? Great. Even after training is complete, we remain committed to your success. What training? Providing ongoing support. Okay, so they do training, but what do they do? Process optimized for sales efficiency. Sounds good. Strategic planning for sales success. How? Like, what do you do? Behavioral. I need to really be a detective to find out what this company does thoroughly. And almost everyone has the same mistake. So I'm really not picking on Robert. It's a great website. It's beautiful. It communicates. The tiniest fixes will make all the difference. So that's the idea. Then I talk to him, look, imagine here, the same text size, the same everything. Imagine that here where it says redefining the future of sales, it says, thanks, Robert, but I'm really not intending to pick on you. Um, I said, imagine, and I just spat this out. This is not necessarily the positioning statement that he should use. But I said, imagine that here, where it's in white, it said, we're the Michael Jordan of sales training, and we'll lead your team to win more championships. Something like that. Oh, okay, sales training, they're going to lead my team to win more championships. Got it. It's a positioning statement. Now I know these guys, if I bring them on, my team's going to win more championships. Got it. Instantly, I have that's positioning. I know nothing about them, but due to the positioning, I understand what I think. I know everything about them. They're really good. They're going to help me win. Okay. Then I go over to the white text after that, and it says, what we do is uncover the massive money losing holes that your sales team has through an in depth review, followed by working individually with team leaders, and thereafter giving you proprietary knowledge that we've gained over the last 30 years to ensure that your sales team closes more, brings more extreme results, whatever, blah, 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 blah. We have to work it out. I'm just spitballing. I didn't even write this for him. I was just spitballing. But then it gives me some more data that what's the message? So then I go, okay, got it. These guys, okay, they're going to make my sales team into freaking hotshots. Got it. Okay, then I can go down here. What I said should probably be next is what's at the bottom. It's a common thing that people put the reviews too low. Move the reviews to the top. People want to hear from other people. They don't want to hear from you. You, of course, are going to say nice things about you. Other people talking about you is way more valuable. Move that to the top. And we talked about a few other things. Then he said, okay, Robert says, but how do I find what is my button? How do I find what is that thing that I need to say? How do I find what is the actual um, emotional word that will make sure that I touch upon the right thing? And then what I did is I said to him, okay, let's go over a survey that I actually wrote for another client, Rudolph. Bridget, love this. Awesome. Jenna, great. Carmela, great feedback. Yes, awesome. Thank you guys. So I'll show you a survey that we wrote for one of our clients who's on here today, I believe, Rudolph. And Rudolph has a very, very big company that sells funeral insurance. Okay? Funeral cover. And this is the survey. I want to show you one second. Let me see where I got it. So I want to show you guys. Funeral. Okay, here we go. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I want to just set this up for you in a second. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, here we go. So this is a 5 survey question that any of you can do. You send this out to all of your anyone that you work with, any previous clients, existing clients, Your mom, your wife, your friends, anyone, you ask them, but most importantly is people that you've worked with, okay? And we want to know, first of all, for at least for Rudolph, but this is something that you can use. What do you feel are the main problems funeral insurance solves? Oh, the main problem it solves is the sadness that comes after after death, where I don't need to worry about it. Okay, good, got it. So we will see that that's what one person says. Now, let's say that we at first, what we had on our website is we're going to make sure you have peace of mind. Well, that's what we think it does, peace of mind. We don't know if that's really what it solves for our clients. So we need to see, what do they say? So the one person says, oh, it makes sure that I don't have to worry after death. Great. Another person says, I think that it solves for me the headache of having to every day worry about when my whatever dies. And each person will have their answer, but you'll see that there'll start to be a common thread and a majority answer. And we start to see that most people in different ways says it makes them worry less. You'll see there will be a majority answer that comes out. And let's say, I'm making it up, that they say worry less ends up being the common thread. They say it in many, many different ways, but we see that worry, 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 worry is what comes up next. So that would be the first question. The second is, what are the benefits of funeral insurance for you? Now we say, oh, it was, let's say before we ever did the survey, we thought the benefits to them was that it was a tax write-off. Okay, but nobody cares it's a tax write-off. We find out that the benefits in many, 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 many answers, some people say this, some people say that, let's say was peace of mind. Great, peace of mind became the number one thing here. Then, what should a funeral insurance company provide to make it valuable for you? Okay, so they say regular support. It becomes the thing. People say many different things. I feel that you should send me reporting, and I think that you should check in on me, and I think that you should send me covers. But let's say that what ultimately they want is regular support. Okay. Now again, use this for your own business. I told Robert, it could say, what should a sales training company provide to make it valuable for you? Yes. So it can be whatever it is for your business. Next, what don't you like about funeral insurance companies? What don't they like? Oh, I don't like that they are pushy, and I don't like all kinds of different answers. Bottom line, we see that pushy becomes the number one thing. Again, I'm making it up. And the final thing is, what word or image first comes to mind when you think of funeral insurance? Why do I want to know that? Because let's say that I thought I'm the business owner. I thought I should have on my homepage and on my brochures and everywhere a coffin, because I thought that's, to me, is funeral insurance, is a coffin. Okay. Turns out that what people think when they think of funeral insurance, and again, it's a made up answer, is a handshake image. We see that overall people always say the first thing that comes to mind is a handshake, a handshake, a handshake, a handshake. Some people say a hug, some people say old people, some people say whatever, but handshake becomes number one. So now we take these answers. This is gold, okay? What should I feel make it? Oh, he said here regular support, okay? So now what do I do with this? I am going to take these particular answers that they gave me, and in that white text, okay, that we saw over, let me do this. Okay. Here in this white text, I'm going to say, we are a let's say it was a funeral insurance company, okay? But let's take all these answers and pretend it's for sales training. We are a sales training company that makes sure that the business owner worries less. We give you peace of mind. We offer regular support. And one thing's for sure, we're never pushy. And in the background here is an image of a handshake, or different people shaking hands, videos of handshakes all the time and different versions of handshakes. Now you are speaking directly to your target market. Now we know what to say. Now we know the buttons: pushy, peace of mind, support, worry less, whatever they tell us from these simple survey questions. Now we know what is the button. You'll see the cream will rise to the top. There will be something that rises up, and we know, okay, that's what we're going to use. And that's what you use. Now you use that on your brochures. You make image of a handshake with no worries, peace of mind, regular support, whatever it is that comes out of the surveys. It's really going to be interesting and curious for you guys to go and investigate it. Okay? And that's how this is done. And this is a simple survey. Now, once we know that, we're going to survey more. This is not the end. You survey all the time. You survey all the time on different things. But this is one example for finding the button. And I hope that helps. Yeah, Bridget, brilliant, simple, excellent. Gal, thank you, Lance. Wow, looking forward to the survey feedback. Yes, Rudolph. Yes, exactly. Anna, this is amazing, Gal. The real world example is super, super helpful. Awesome. Yes. Thank you, Anna. Kapil, yes, awesome. And Harold, amazing. Yes, Deborah, it's great for anyone. Exactly. Jonathan, it's a simple template. Is this the template you always use? How many times have you or Meir had clients run this survey? Do you have examples of surveys and summarized answers? Yeah, 100%. Okay, we've done it countless times. I really don't know how many. We've done many different types of surveys. There's really a whole technology around surveying, depending on what you're looking to survey. But this is a general one to get you. This is like a crash course, a simple thing. If you want to learn survey technology, it's a massive thing to learn. But this is something that you can use for right now. Should I do my survey through LinkedIn? Yeah, if I would do your survey, I would do it through every platform that you can push it on. Send it everywhere.
Hey, Gal.
Carmela, thank you. Super amazing and so simple to execute. Awesome. Yes, Kelly. Yes, somebody. Yes. Oh, Rudolph. Robert. Got it. Yes.
Yeah, do you have any examples of the framework, the text, right, to ask for that survey? Something that comes to mind for me
Oh,
uh, would be maybe to offer something free in exchange, for answering the questions. But what do you recommend for the messaging to get them to respond?
um, do you mean sorry? What platform? I
No,
would use
not
like
plat
Survey. Okay, yeah.
not platform, but specific, but the messaging, like, hey guys, I could really use your help. We're looking
Oh,
to, get a
yes.
survey of, yeah.
Yeah, got it. I would just say something along the lines of, first of all, it's a good idea to give some kind of an extra benefit for doing the survey. Like I'm giving out, I'm offering a free blah 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 for 3 lucky winners that fill out the survey, or I'm going to, there's a $25 gift card for somebody that fills out the survey, or some kind of a benefit. Okay. Um, so yeah, that's basically what I would do. And then you just ask them, hey guys, I'm doing a survey to improve my services, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. I really appreciate you taking the time. Just like anyone, people send out surveys a lot. It's the common thing. There's nothing too technical about that part, if that makes sense. Make sense? Okay, great. I'm trying to find you guys something that will be very interesting on the survey front that might help you. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to show you a couple more things since we're on the topic, although it's not the main thing I wanted to speak about today, but let me show you guys um, something. So check this out. So this is for one of our hotels. I don't know if this is the final survey that I went with, but this is an example of a survey. What did you like the most during your stay at a Mina hotel? What do you feel is the most important aspect of a hotel stay? When looking online before arriving here, what caught your eye most or excited you most about a Mina hotel? I want to know what in our marketing caught them. What was the thing which ultimately caused you to pull the trigger and choose to stay with us? And what do you feel can be improved? Okay, so I'm trying to find out what made them make the buying decision. Okay, another example, and this is how you tabulate. Okay, and this is, I don't want to I don't want to spend too much time on it, but this will help you. Okay, this is a survey that I ran for Empower Funding, my bridging finance company. What do you feel will make you use the services of a bridging finance company. What do you feel will make you not use the service of a bridging finance company? When you needed bridging, what was the most important thing for you? Bridging finance is a type of finance that we do, okay? And 4, what do you think makes a bridging finance company a good fit for you? Okay? And then all the answers are tabulated on an Excel, okay? And here we got 42 answers. And look, if we just do a very quick overall look, I see here fast service. Look, service is said here. Service, um, prompt service, service. Okay, and I'm just looking really quick. Efficient service. So we will find something that rises to the top. So I need to say something along the lines of we have the best service. Okay, so this is an example. You start to tabulate what it is that's important. Look
Now, if
here.
you look again, Gal, it's not about service. Everyone can say service. It's more about time, easy,
Yeah,
fast,
fast,
immediate,
fast.
quick,
Correct,
easy.
correct.
It's all about quick and easy service.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I just meant that that word showed up. It wasn't that they said quick money. They
Because
said quick
service is in the
service.
question, so they're
Yeah, yeah,
just an
also true.
observation. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Jonathan. Very good, very good. You're getting the hang. Here we look at, in this example, you can see that also quick, speed, um, quickly the funds were there. The attractiveness of the CEO is probably the most important answer here, because that's me. Um,
Again, it's simplicity and
sim
speed. That one right there.
simplicity. Yeah,
Yeah,
you get a speedy process. So use time is, it has to do with the speed, right?
right.
Is what made them, well, that was what was most important for them. You see?
Hey, Gal.
So it gives you an idea of how you tabulate and you start to see things that kind of stand out. So this is just an example. I'm not going to do a full training right now on how to do surveying, but that is enough to get you practicing it, using it, playing with it. Make sense?
Gal, what do you think
Good.
about taking that survey information that that spreadsheet that you had, feeding it into ChatGPT, and having it analyze all of those questions and pulling out the top, 2 or 3 from each of those questions, and
Sure.
then ranking them in order.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Love it. 100% great idea. Great idea. Perfect. Okay, so we've covered that. Now, I want to get into what I really wanted to talk to you guys about today and the knowledge that I wanted to leave you with, although we've already done a ton. That already is going to be super valuable, but I want to give you even more. So, okay, knowledge. So let's have a look. Over the next few weeks, we will go over what determines if you will have a lot of income. The 5 marketing love languages in depth. That's next week. What's the best investment you can make? And today, the only factor that will determine if you expand or shrink and shrink to your ultimate demise. I told you last week that that's what we're going to be going over this week, and here we are. And as much more as you participate. What does help mean? What does the word help mean? How would you define the word help? What does help mean? Thank you, Harold, by the way. Care, to improve someone or something. Yes. Good, good. If I help you, what does it mean I'm doing? Aiding and assisting with my knowledge, yes. Good. Okay, very good. Yeah. Adding value, contributing to someone's goal, compassion for others with aid. Very good. Okay. Help is caring for and reaching the other side. Part of helping is not just I care, but I reach to you. I go to help you. Help is something someone needs when they can't get themselves out of trouble. Support what people accept when they are willing to. Nice, Jonathan. Very good. Good, Kelly. Yeah, Bridget, exactly. Reaching and care. Help is the most basic urge of the spirit. It's the most basic purpose you have is to help. You want to help, meaning you want to care for and reach the other side. The problem is most people don't reach enough. They don't participate enough. They don't communicate out enough. So they're cutting their own reach, and therefore they cannot help. What do you need in order to help another person? What's that thing that you need in order to help them? What's the one quality or the one element that you have to have for me to help you? You have to be willing, yes. Knowledge, you need balls, yes. What's the most basic thing I need to help someone? If I'm a doctor, what's the most basic thing I need in order to help my patient? Yes, understanding the problem is close. Care, knowledge, yes. Empathy, good. Yeah, good. Ability, good. Very good. Okay, let's have a look. In order to help, you need to understand the other person. You have to understand the other person. So everything that you said is valid because it falls under the category of I have to understand the guy. I have to understand my patient. I have to understand my child that's crying in order to help them. I need to understand what's going on. Help is the willingness to assist another by fully understanding them. The more you understand the other side, the more you'll help them. What will prevent you from helping? What's going to prevent you from helping? It is wow, Anthony. It's definitely wow. This stuff is powerful. Simple, but powerful. Lack of willingness, yes. What prevents you from helping? Lack of understanding, yes, Wendy, very good. Let's see. Not loving the other side. Not loving the other side. If you don't love the other side, it's impossible to understand them. You love those things you understand, and you understand those that you love. I always use the example of, I don't know if you guys saw the show Narcos. It's about Pablo Escobar, okay? A massive drug lord. If you asked me about Pablo Escobar before I saw the show, I would tell you, terrible guy, can't believe it, he was allowed to do what he did. Mass murderer, terrible. Like, there's no question about it. Now you watch the show, and they show you into his life. It's a fictional show based on a fully true story, okay? Love is the urge to share the same space for no reason at all. The urge to be together for no reason at all. If you have a reason for loving, it's not love, it's a business deal. If I'm with you because you have money, or if I'm with you because you're pretty, or if I married you because of your family, or it's a deal. To love is to be together for no reason at all. When a baby is born, again, I'm in that frame of mind, you love them for no reason at all. You love them before they even come out. There's no reason. You just love them. You just want to be with them all the time. That's love. No reason at all. Now, in the show Narcos, by the way, the reason I answered that for those that listen to the recording is because Ahmed asked, what's the definition of love? Okay? So, the thing with the show Narcos is that you watch the show and they show you an insight into this guy's life, Pablo Escobar's life, and before long, you start rooting for him. You start to like want him to not get caught by the police. You start to care about him. You start to hope that he succeeds. And I don't know if that's ever happened to you with watching a show where you find yourself rooting for the villain and you're like, how come I don't want him to get caught? But I want the best for him. I feel for him. Like, no, I want him to succeed. I don't know if that's ever happened to you watching a show. Yes. It's because they make you understand them. They show you their background. They make you know that they're just human. You see, wow, I really understand them. And when you really understand them, you start to love them and care for them. It's really interesting. You cannot understand those things that you don't love. So to help, you must understand. And to understand, you must love. And so help is the manifestation of love. Manifestation is that thing that's visible, that thing that's shown, that thing that's seen. What you see when there's help is, oh, the person loves me. The person cares. Help is what's seen when there's love. And when you don't help, it means you don't love. So you really need to help those around you, which means you need to understand them. You need to get better and better at understanding your fellow man, or your fellow wife, or your fellow child, or your fellow client, or your fellow prospect. The more you understand, it will improve your sales, it will improve your marketing. Why do we survey? So we can understand better. That's the exactly, Robert. Exactly. We survey so we can understand more, so we can care more, so we can reach more. It improves our love because we work on understanding better. Otherwise, we're just guessing. So this is the first principle. Does this make sense? This is wow, wow, wow. Is it making sense for you? Great, yes. It's a game changer. Like, this is a totally different viewpoint to start operating on, and it's a slight change that's a massive change. Proper, yes, exactly. Good. Total game changer, yes. Okay, now, there's a major fake reality on the subject of love. Again, a fake reality is a piece of information you're 100% sure is right, but when you use it, it doesn't bring the expected results. There's a major fake reality. I always love my clients and students. Good, Deborah. Amazing. I know you do. That fake reality is when you help, it's for no return. Help is free. People think if I help you, it's for no return. That if I ask for a return, then I didn't really help you. And that's not true. This is a major, major, major fake reality that violates the basic nature of this universe, and it destroys relationships. It destroys relationships. You think that if I help you and help you and help you, and I don't ask for anything in return, I'm building our relationship. No, if you don't get return, you will destroy that relationship. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. What's the definition of the word exchange? What does exchange mean? What is the definition of the word exchange? Any idea? And if you don't know, you can also say, I have no idea. Give and take. Yeah, exactly. To trade one thing for another. Yeah, very straightforward. Exactly. Now, by the way, why do I ask you the definition, even for a simple word? Because it keeps us in communication. And I'm also seeing where are you at, and it gets you to first look and observe what you know. So that's why I ask, okay? Yeah, very good. Thank you for answering. Yes, Harold. Exactly, Bridget. Exchange is the give and take between people. Now, what levels of exchange do you know of? Some of you may have learned this before. Of course, don't give it away, and you don't have to answer. But for those that never heard me talking about this subject of exchange, what levels of exchange do you know of? Or what type of exchange do you think there could be? Levels is like very good or very bad. Like starting at the bottom and getting higher in terms of exchange. What types of exchange, I could say, what type of exchange do you know of? Like, I'll give you an example. People say, oh, exchange, the type of exchange I know is I give you, you give me. Not sure. That's also good, Robert. Monetary bartering communication. Okay, that's a type of exchange. You're right. I mean more levels. Yes, Kapil. Stealing. 4. Okay, let me show you. Basically, what I want you to realize is that there are levels of exchange. It's not just one level. I give you and I take, and that's exchange. No, there's different levels. Exchange actually deteriorates or is good. Okay, it can either be very good or it can be a bad type of exchange. Equal, fair, unequal, worthy or not. Okay, it would be anything of value for the individual. Yes. Okay, good. Very good. All right, let's see. This universe operates off of 4 levels of exchange. There are 4 different levels. Now, there are 4 levels. Describe what the lowest level of exchange is. If you had to make up in your mind, what does a low level of exchange look like? Like, what's the worst level of exchange that you can think of? For those that already learned, like Carmela, don't answer, or Kapil. What do you know of as those? I want you to look at those things those that don't know about it. I want you to look at, what do you think it is? No exchange. Thief. A thief, exactly, Wendy. Giving and not receiving. Yeah, exactly. Good, good. The first level is the rip-off exchange. With rip-off exchange, I give you, and you give nothing in return. I'll give you an example. Somebody comes and steals your laptop. The problem with them stealing your laptop is only that they didn't leave behind a bit of cash. If they stole my laptop and left me $3,000, no problem. I'll leave you the laptop out next time with some cookies, because I get $3,000 every time, so go ahead and steal it. That would be exchanged. The problem with stealing my laptop is that you give me nothing in return. You steal from me. It's a ripoff. Let's say buying a chocolate at a store. I go in to buy a chocolate. I give you $2. You take my money and run. I never got a chocolate. I got nothing in return. It's a ripoff. Or I'm at a restaurant and I order food. I don't get my food. Nothing. I get nothing. They take my money and they say, no, you never ordered. You never paid. Yes, I did. Or a friend. You have a friend and you give them and you give them and you help them and you drive them to the airport when they need and you help them move and you go above and beyond and you give them good advice, and when they were breaking up with their boyfriend, you are helping them with their breakup, and you do all kinds of things, and they never help you back when you need. Nothing. That's also, this is stealing exchange, criminal exchange. This is what criminals do. And when you don't give back after you've gotten, you are acting like a criminal. That's the lowest level. Like some startup founder raised capital from investor and then used that money for personal use. Exactly. That's exactly rip-off exchange. God, they'd be getting over $3,000 worth of value stealing your laptop with all the good info you would have in it. That's true, Avery. That's very true. Thank you. That's true. Now, it's a one-sided flow. One-sided flow, meaning only one side gets. There's not back and forth, give and take. It's zero or negative return. You get zero or less than. It's give, give, give without insisting on return. I help my friend. I help my friend. I drive them to the airport. I help them through a breakup. I do all kinds of things. I need to insist on return. Otherwise, I'm creating a criminal. That's why help is for a return. Otherwise, you are giving, 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 giving with no return. It's very interesting that the children of rich parents are often crazy and rebel against their parents because they get and get and get and get and get and do nothing in return. They get turned into little criminals. Now the parents have the best of intention. They love their kids. They want to help them. They want to give them the world. They can give them the world. For them, it's nothing. It's money. Money is nothing for them. But they destroy the child because they help with no return. It's very damaging in relationships. Exactly, Bridget. Any close friend you used to have and that hates you today, any close friend that you used to have and that hates you today, gave you rip-off exchange. You gave them, gave them, gave them, gave them, gave them, gave them. They gave you nothing in return or very little in return. Correct, Kelly. They make the child into a criminal. Okay, I want to do this drill, but rapid, rapid, rapid. Recall a time you got rip-off exchange from someone. Tell me yes once you got it. Do you have demand a return at the time of helping? Nope, the insisting on the return, the demanding of the return doesn't have to be in the time of helping, but it needs to be around the vicinity of a month later, 2 months later, and it doesn't have to be the same type of help. If I help my friend and I drive him to the airport and I help him get over a breakup and I do this and I do that, it doesn't mean that he has to help me get over a breakup and drive me to the airport and whatever. But when I need something, they're more than willing to help. If I give my kids money and help and support and help raise them, they don't owe me a dime. They don't owe me money, but they'll help me in ways that I need later on in life. So there's always an element of exchange. Okay? Okay, yes, everybody got it. Good. Only time I've ever had an upset with me was someone I helped for free lots of times. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, Deborah, exactly. You had that situation where there was some marketing program that took 10,000 from you. I know. Yeah, exactly that. Good. Now, what was the end result? What was the end result? Good or bad? Obviously not so good, yes? Good. Okay. What did you realize? What do you see? It's not so good. Awful. Upset. Rip off. Not good. Exactly. Exactly. Now, I want you to recall a time that you gave one-sided exchange to another. Someone helped you and helped you and helped you, but you didn't give them back really like you should have. Okay, Robert. Yes, exactly, Kelly. Do you have a time that you gave one-sided exchange to another? You can say yes or no. That you should have given more. Yes, good, excellent, good. What was the end result? And what did you realize? It haunts me to this day. Yeah, exactly. Yep, very good. Feel lonely, guilt, regret. Not the best. Bad relationship and regret. I need to show appreciation to them. Yeah, it's something you can do immediately. True, true. Good. Okay, very good. Well done to those that are participating, by the way. Okay, level 2. Describe what one level up of exchange would be. Just think for a sec. What would be one higher level of exchange? Just have you think with it, okay? Let's see. Unequal. Yeah, good. Both give. Okay, both give is even higher. I'll show you. Next up is incomplete exchange. That's right, Jonathan. Minimal. Incomplete. This happens when one gives and doesn't get back as promised. Not quite as was promised. For example, I go to a store to buy the chocolate in our example. I give him $2 for the chocolate, and he gives me the chocolate, but it's ripped open, and there's a bite that's already been taken out of it. So I got something. I got the chocolate, but I didn't really get what I paid for. Or I go to a restaurant, yes, I go to a restaurant and I order steak, and I wanted medium rare, and I get the steak, and it arrives, but it's well done. It's cooked well done. It's dry. So I got it, but it wasn't complete. It wasn't what I ordered exactly. Yesterday, I asked a friend with a pickup truck to take my snowblower back to the store so I could return it. He didn't ask for anything, but I gave him $20 for his gas money and his time. There was no other way to return the already. Well, that's amazing, Avery. That's exactly it. Exactly, Deborah. Didn't meet expectations. Or a friend. You meet up with a friend, and you guys always have good conversation, and it's always nice, and it's fantastic. But somehow you always leave feeling a little bit down. You always leave feeling a bit in your head. Yeah, got you, Kapil. In the case of incomplete exchange, the exchange is not zero or negative, but it's less than what one considers was agreed upon. Anyone that has any overdue debt is in the condition of incomplete exchange. That, if not rapidly handled, will result in the condition of a rip-off exchange. Overdue debt is an example. It's not complete. It's overdue. I have no problem if you're servicing your debt regularly, but overdue, you owe someone and owe someone and owe someone and owe someone, and you haven't been keeping up with your payments. It's hurry, because it's going to be a ripoff. So if you've received above and beyond what you expected, it's your obligation to give back, or you will be a ripoff. Monthly credit card payments is in exchange if it's within the agreement of what you pay. So valuable data. Wow, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, now, let's look at level 3. What would one level up be? So there's ripoff, there's incomplete exchange. What's one level higher? What do you think one level higher would be? What would be above incomplete? Equal or fair? Equal. Yes, fair. Very good. The third level is called just exchange. Just means fair. It means that it's what was expected. It's what's correct. It's if you do the just thing, you do what's fair. So yes, fair. Here I deliver exactly what was promised. One for one, exactly. I deliver exactly what was promised. This is the common expected level of exchange. If I buy a chocolate from the store, I give him $2 for the chocolate, and he gives me the chocolate. I go to a restaurant, I order a steak, medium rare, and I get the steak, medium rare. Good service, exactly what I expected. A friend, every time I see them, it's nice, it's pleasant, we talk about things, nothing too deep, nothing too wow, but we talk and it's always nice to be with them. We hang out, and it's great. All right, nice, we got to hang out a little. It's fair, exactly what I ordered. Here's the breaking news. Here's the breaking news. Now, first of all, everyone's familiar with this level of exchange, yes? It's common. It's the one you know of, correct? Yes, yes. The usual exchange, exactly. The breaking news is this. All three levels so far, including just exchange, will lead to your decline and ultimate demise. All three levels, including fair exchange. You think, what do you mean? But fair, I do the fair thing. That's what I'm supposed to be offering, right? No. Why? Why do you think that is? Why will it lead to your decline and ultimate demise, including level 3? Why? Yeah, they're not above and beyond. Someone else in the business will offer more, yes. But why? What's behind it? What's the principle behind it? Let's see. You did not over deliver. Okay, but so what? If it doesn't grow, it dies. Insufficient pluses, no movement of pluses and pluses, you're not giving enough value, no need for a client to come back to you, yeah. It's unsustainable because people always want more, okay? No expansion for both sides, okay? Win. I just got the idea that not defining the result and value before closing the deal will most likely lead to incomplete exchange, as we haven't clearly defined and agreed on the expectations first, and it becomes the most common reason of client dissatisfaction. Okay, very nice, Kapil. Great win. Excellent. Excellent. Robert, unsure. Exactly, Anna. So here's the principle. Yeah, good, Lance. In this universe, nothing stays the same. If something is not growing, it contracts. Even the most strong lead is like one of the strongest metals. If you check on that lead in 100 years, and it's strong metal, it gets worse, it breaks down, it doesn't do well. If I don't continuously, let's say I have my phone here, this phone is going to be in a worse condition tomorrow than today, unless I clean it, polish it, something. But it will go down. Your table, your desk in front of you, tomorrow is going to be worse than it is today. Unless you do something, clean it, etc. Nothing stays the same. The same means down. If it's not going up, it's going down. People say, "Oh no, but I make the same amount of money every year. I make $150,000 a year." You're going down. Life is getting more expensive. Inflation, expenses go up because of just expansion of your family. Everything gets more expensive and you make the same amount of money, you're going down. Everything has to expand. Yeah, Harold. So, just exchange is an invitation to die. If I say to you, you should do just exchange, I'm basically saying you should die. Because that's what ultimately will happen. Do the fair thing, you will die. A person, a relationship, a business will start to die the moment it starts to deliver just exchange. That's when you start to die. If I do the same in my relationship as I did last year for Valentine's Day, it's going down. If I sell the same amount of clients, send out the same amount of marketing messages as I did yesterday and the day before and the week before, I do the same, I'm starting to die. If I am with a friend, and I always am the same with my friends, never do anything above and beyond. With the relationships is dying. It's just a matter of time. It's already dead. It's just a matter of time before it starts to show. So I want you to recall a time you got just exchange from someone, and tell me when you have it. Got it. Yes. Excellent. Very good. Good. Excellent. Good. Now, what was the end result? Honestly, even if you say it was amazing, it was good, it was perfect, I loved it, yeah, you were satisfied. Good. What was the end result? Good. Exactly. I had this idea of it's fair, but, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was fair, but, yeah, good. It felt ordinary. There was no more exchange. Exactly. Robert, that's a big thing. There was no more exchange. It was done. What's done, it was done. Not the end of it. Yeah, exactly. End of the road, Lance. Exactly. I delivered a grocery store and I was paid 200,000. Very good. Exactly. Butts are coming up. Yes, exactly. And what did you realize? I think a lot of you already said kind of what you realized. You already are seeing, okay, yeah, it was good, but recall a time that you gave just exchange to another. You sold something and you gave them exactly what they sold. Exactly what you sold to them. You met up with a friend, exactly the same. You hung out with your spouse, exactly the same as yesterday. Got it. Yes. Good. Boring. Exactly, Harold. What was the end result? Honestly, you can say it was good, it was fun, we had fun, we always watch movies, and we did the same thing we do every night, and it was fun. What was the end result? No growth. True. Also good. Good. Maybe no growth. Yeah, good. Excellent. What did you realize? What did you realize? It's good, but it's not sustainable. The exchange ends there. Low interest to continue. When I give more, they give more. Correct, Robert. Let's look at level 4. Nothing really improved. Exactly. Let's look at level 4. What do you think one level up of exchange would be? What's the highest level of exchange? What would be one level up? It feels like equal exchange is essentially a stop. Yeah, exactly. Correct. It is. Giving more than expected. Yes. I realize how I love to leave people better than I found them. Yes, you do, Carmela. You definitely do. Get more than what I paid for. Yeah? Keep giving more. Yeah, exactly. The fourth and only condition of exchange that is acceptable, the only level of exchange that will bring expansion. Love you, Carmela. Mwah. Tarek delight. Yes. The key to long-term friendships, long-term business, a long-term family is generous exchange. I call it generous exchange. So you have the rip-off exchange, incomplete exchange, just exchange, and generous exchange. This is also known as exchange with a wow. Exchange with a wow. In this condition of exchange, one delivers more than expected in terms of quantity or quality or speed. So quantity, I order a slice of cake and I get a massive slice of cake at the restaurant. Wow, what the heck is this? This is huge. This portion is huge. Quality, I think I'm getting a steak. I'll give you an example, a real example. And Lance, this has been the most valuable lesson, Gal. Thank you, Lance. Thank you. Um, Oh, Avery, giving extra. When I last went to lunch with a friend, I gave her a large bottle of homemade kombucha juice with the SCOBY so she could bottle her own juices in smaller bottles and instructions on how to make more. I felt amazing. Exactly, Avery. Exactly. Exchange with a wow. Abundance. Exactly, Carmela. So, quality. A real example. There's a restaurant in Cape Town called Tiger's Milk. Okay, it's kind of a, South Africans will know it. It's kind of a almost like a bar-ish kind of restaurant. It's not very fancy, kind of bar food, burgers, and that kind of thing. I had a friend that went there, and he came back and he said, "Listen, I just had the best filet mignon of my life." And I was like, "Really? Where?" And he goes, "At Tiger's Milk." And I said, "Tiger's Milk?" He's like, "I don't know what it was, but it was me and my friend Luke. Like two, there was my friend's name is Marcel. The other one is Luke. Marcel is telling me, Luke and I were there. We were both blown away by this filet. I don't know. The meat was so tender. The way they cooked it, it was like he was. He said, we have to go. We have to go. The quality was better than he expected. He expected a filet mignon. They ordered a filet mignon, but not that. Speed. You get it better than you expected in terms of speed, okay? The key is more than expected. Generous exchange is not extravagant. It's not 2 for 1. It's not expensive. It's not over the top. It's more than what one considers was agreed upon. The Tiger's Milk steak didn't need to be covered in gold leaf. It wasn't that it had to be something extravagant. It just had to be more than expected. For example, buying a chocolate at a store. I go to the store, I give him $2. He gives me the chocolate, but he sees that I'm with my puppy. And he gives always, every time I go, he gives me a treat for my puppy. Always, every time. More than expected. Wow. Or I go to the restaurant and the chef comes out and he says, guys, I make this thing off the menu. It's a little thing I want you to try on the house. Try it on me. Thank you so much for coming here. And we try it and it's wow. And we didn't expect it. It cost them nothing. But you go and say, whoa, that was cool. The chef came out, gave us something for free, a little taster. Wow. What are you going to do? You're going to leave and tell all your friends about this restaurant. Or a friend, that every time you're with a friend, they give you some piece of advice, something to think about, some knowledge, something that you have to check out that you didn't know about before. They always leave you feeling better than they found you. Something, wow. That's generous exchange. If the receiver is then sane, okay, whoever got the generous exchange, let's say I was at the restaurant and I got generous exchange from them. If I'm sane, I will always have the urge to return more than more than they expected to, more than they consider was agreed upon. You get it? So I now immediately write a review online. I post an Instagram story about this amazing place. My friend Marcel had to tell me immediately about the steak he had. He did more than he expected. Most restaurants, what's expected is you go, you eat, you pay. You don't become their marketing department too. But when the service is above and beyond, when something was more than expected, you, if you're sane, you become their marketing department. You start to tell people about them. You want to you become a loyal customer. I believe, thank you, Jonathan. I believe sales is an exchange of property or service between two or more willing and consenting people or organizations in which both parties receive a perceived value equal to or greater than they have given. That's good, but they have to be, that's very good, Robert. They need to then get something more than they expected. If they perceived that they're going to get something greater, then it's still not generous exchange because they think they're going to get something greater. It has to be something unexpected. The key with generous exchange is unexpected. Something more. The chef coming out and giving you that extra something is more than expected. And as you said, and as many of you said, you are realizing that when you do fair exchange, that's where it ends. 1, 2, done and one and done. Thank you, fair exchange. Whereas what you will see is that when you do generous exchange, it's an ever increasing spiral up. It goes up because I want to give you more than you expected. I write a good review. I bring my friends. Now I go back to the restaurant and the chef sees me again and he says, oh my God, wow, you're back. Listen, I'm making something. I have to bring you something that I'm making this time. It's something different. You have to try it. And every time they give you more and there's expansion. And then I go and I bring more people and I write it, and there's a growth and a growth and a growth and a growth. The results in the other side, this results in the other side wanting to give even more. And the result is income and expansion. Harold, no expansion if not generous exchange. Correct. Exactly. Oh, I want to help your friend exchange. So which tiger's milk exactly? So that was in Greenpoint, the one in Greenpoint under the Cape Royale. For those that are Cape Townian and know what I'm talking about. But he said he went back there and it was good, but it wasn't as good as he had remembered. There was just he was like, I guess there was something crazy that night that, like, I don't know, the meat was so fresh, or so he still said it was good, but it wasn't like that one night, apparently. Robert, I believe sales is an exchange of property or service between two or more willing. Oh, okay, we read that. Yes, exactly. Guaranteed prosperity always does even more than generous exchange. Thank you, Kapil. Thank you. This is the only way. This is the only way. Okay. Makes sense so far? Good. Okay, now I want to go, because we went over the surveying a little more than expected, I have another 15 minutes or so. If you guys have to hop off, I understand, but I have another 15 minutes or so to go over with some more things. I want to give you some examples. So what do you think the level of exchange was on removing your invisibility cloak and why? Many of you did the removing your invisibility cloak program. Let's look at that as an example. What do you think was the level of exchange and why? Just have a look at that. What do you think was the level of exchange? I'll give you some data and you can think about it, okay, in parallel. Here's what I promised, okay? I promised access to 1 to 1.5 hour lessons on marketing. Some people bought with a 2-lesson promise, plus my support via WhatsApp messages only. So when I first sold Removing Your Invisibility Cloak, some of you were on it. Originally, it was sold as a 2-part program, not 5, by the way. I also didn't intend to give 3 lessons. It's so in-depth about emotion. It was just supposed to be one lesson on emotion. And I would help you with your button positioning and marketing for a price of a few $100s, which is a very good price for that type of result because it makes you lots and lots and lots of money for the rest of your life and your business if you use it. Kelly, it was generous exchange. Thank you. Thank you. Very generous. Thank you, Carmela. What did you get? 5 lessons. I may be adding another, by the way. I might take the 5 marketing love languages that I'm going to go over next week and add it as an extra lesson that's always permanently going to be a part of Removing Your Invisibility Cloak of 1.5 to 2 hours each. So more time, more data. Super powerful material, more than promised. Everybody that did it said, oh my God, this is like, this data is amazing. They thought they would get some good data, but it was more than promised. I didn't hold back. Real meat. WhatsApp messages, emails, and calls. Almost every single person got on a call with me, or I attempted to get on a call with them. Plus 4 invitations to this live coaching, which is usually $260 a session. And much more. There was even more. All kinds of additional little things for different people depending on what they needed. Very generous, yes. The Money Mind. What do you think the level of exchange has been or was on the Money Mind so far, and why? Wendy, super generous giving. Thank you, yes. Kapil, fundamental principles behind why people buy and much more. Exactly, exactly, exactly. So let's look at so far, although we've only been really 3 weeks on the Money Mind, but you already get a feel. Even just if you only joined today, Lance said, this is the most valuable lesson ever, which means generous exchange. Let's see. How much does a 30-minute chiropractic session cost? You can write in the chat. You go to the chiropractor, they see you for 30 minutes. What do you pay them? More or less, $60, $75, no idea. Yeah, about $75 to $100, exactly. Yeah, for 30 minutes. And you go, and it feels amazing, but that's all you're left with. And then you probably need to go back next week. Rudolph, exactly. 750 Rand, about $40, $50. Cape Town is cheaper. Exactly, it is. How much does a visit to a doctor cost? How much does a visit to a doctor cost? Roughly. Money, yes. Depends on the doctor. Yeah, Kelly, 0. Yeah, exactly, depending where you are. Exactly. A general practitioner, 500 Rand. Yes, no idea. Okay, good. Think with it. How much does the dinner with your wife cost? You go to a decent dinner. I'm not saying now a Michelin star. Dinner with your wife. $150. Exactly. 100 to 150. Yeah, exactly. How much does Netflix cost? 600 Rand. Yes, Rudolph. How much does Netflix cost? No idea. Okay. 16 a month. 19. 12. 19. I want to tell you something that's going to be very interesting for you. Netflix costs you a lot more than $19 a month. Because every minute that you spend watching it is money making time. I was just about to say, money isn't the only thing you have to pay. Exactly, Anna. Netflix costs me time. It's time wasted. The income you lose, it costs you time. Exactly. And time is, some might say, is more valuable than money. So just something to think with. Netflix costs you thousands of dollars a month. How much does 1 hour with me cost? I don't know if you know, typically. An hour with me, is about $3.99. Okay? If that time is intentional, then is it still wasted? No, if you have a very specific amount of time that's limited and it's under your total control and cause, no problem. But the minute you say, I'm going to watch 30 minutes only, and all of a sudden it becomes 31 minutes, now it's a problem. You can get more money, but not more time. Yeah. What's the cost to you per hour for the business class? What's the cost to you per hour? Not business class, sorry. Well, although you're doing business classes on here, that's probably what I meant when I give you access to the business class. What's the cost to you per hour for the Money Mind? Should be 260, but now out of exchange, as it's less than 100. Uh-huh, interesting, Rudolph. What's the cost per hour for the Money Mind? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What do you right now you're on for, let's say, 2 hours, right? How much is the Money Mind, Robert, costing you per hour? You pay $59 a week. How much does it cost you per hour? 59, but the ROI is 100x. Okay, good. Yeah, true, Kapil. It is 100x. Let's see. The cost of the Money Mind is $59 weekly, which is about $30 per hour for these sessions, plus golden material on tap for hours and hours, unlimited, for the rest of the week, and access to me. It's $5 hourly, but the value is $300 hourly conservative. Let me explain. $30 an hour just for these sessions. If it's purely for Money Mind members, not drop-ins, then let's say that you spend just 5 hours, okay? 5 hours a week on learning the material that you have on tap from us. 5 hours means that you're paying about $10 an hour for those lessons. You understand what I'm saying? So in reality, if you spend 10 hours studying a week from the material you have on tap, you're paying $5 an hour for the material, and that would basically mean you're not paying for these live coaching sessions. Basically, it's really low. But it should be $300 hourly because you get huge value. Like this session should cost $260. And when you do our courses, they should cost a lot. But that's fine. That's how the Money Mind is built. It's built to be so affordable. Do you get the math I'm doing here? What I mean by that? Because you have time that you get access to courses, right? That you can spend as much time on them as you want. And you get these sessions, but you pay only $59 for the week. So if you forget about these sessions, put these sessions aside. You only spend 10 hours a week learning the courses. It means you pay about $5 hourly. Only the courses. That's how much you paid. $59, you spend 10 hours learning the courses. But you also have these sessions. The point is, it's very low hourly. Okay? What I actually delivered so far is at a level way above anything taught on this planet. This is stuff that people aren't teaching. And I have a major generous exchange for every person on here today. And something super special for MoneyMind members only, or those that sign up today, by the way. But this poses a problem that I want to avoid, and I want to avoid it up front. Thank you, Anna, that's true. I want to avoid it up front, early on in the MoneyMind, okay? What do you think is the problem with the MoneyMind payment structure? What's the problem? It's very, very, very affordable. It's a third of dinner with your wife, okay? I paid around $1,000 for some of those recorded courses. I know, yeah, these courses individually cost a lot. Now you start getting them for $59 weekly. What's the problem? What's the problem relative to exchange? Any idea? Can I ask if there's a reason you charge weekly rather than monthly, or are you charging monthly and just breaking it down weekly, for an example? It goes off the card weekly, just that's the way we've structured it. No major thing. It could be monthly too, yeah. Too imbalanced, Kelly. Yeah, value problem. Yes, exactly. Out exchange. Yeah. Like in the case of almost every family, the parent wants to give a lot, and that results in out exchange, which results in no results. If I'm a rich parent giving to my child and giving to my child, and I love them and I help them and I help them, the child will get no results. They'll hate me. They'll get negative results because I make them into a ripoff. If I have you guys on the program at $59 weekly, and I give you and I give you and I give you, I want to help you. I really want to help you. I want to make you rich. I want to make you rich in money and in relationships and in everything. But if it's too imbalanced, you will hate me. You will end up hating me. Even if I did the best thing for you, you will find a reason to not like me because of the out exchange. I know it sounds crazy, but you see it in other examples with other people where there's rip-off exchange. That's the wild thing, is what will happen. Robert, our response to your exchange should be sharing our successes. Yeah, true, Robert. Kelly, it's amazing, isn't it? Yes. Carmela, I've seen this happen. Exactly. The price for the content I delivered should be $3,000 per month. We have programs like that. Yes, I've personally experienced that in some cases. Yes, Kapil. Yet I don't want to create out exchange with you. So what can we do? Upfront on the MoneyMind, I'll continue to deliver generous exchange with you, of course. That's what I do, and that's what you'll get on the MoneyMind. But I'll always ask your generous exchange back. How? Number one, I am going to insist that you bring results in your sphere of friends, your business, your life, your health. I'm going to push you and demand you to be highly exchanging by just bringing results in your area. Number two, you'll promote the MoneyMind weekly and you'll help those around you. Your exchange with me is to share your successes, like Robert said, and help people around you, get them to join the MoneyMind. The more and more people that join the MoneyMind, the more in exchange it becomes. Do you understand? Because imagine if I have 100 people, it starts to make much more sense. And more importantly, I help enough people. I want to help a lot of people. The problem is that the MoneyMind is too affordable. So it seems, it's a cheap thing, $59 a week. Once you get over this thing of whatever you have against the price, which it's really nothing, it's too cheap. So you'll start to not show up. You'll start to not be on the live. You'll just watch the recordings, which there won't always be recordings for these live sessions. So my point is, promote it. Be here weekly. Get others to join. Get involved in the GP family and interact on social media. Share our stuff on social media. Follow us on social media. We have WhatsApp groups if you want to be a part of it, where we share wins. There's an amazing group. It's called The Commanders. We share wins. Get involved. It's part of the generous exchange back. Join the Soul Coffee. Great way. It's $29 a month, sorry. $29 a month. It's 99 cents a day. You get daily videos from Meir. A few people are on here, are on the Soul Coffee, they'll tell you, you get daily mentorship videos. That's like, wow. We have the same problem with the online yoga for balance program. Exactly, Kelly. We need to talk about that. Kelly, you and I need to meet. We'll talk about that, by the way. Remind me. Basically, you need to go out of your way to help me and GP. I love Soul Coffee. It's gold. Yes. You're welcome, Kelly. So that's what you do as a generous exchange. Otherwise, it will create a problem. You need to go out of your way to help me because I promise I'll be going out of my way to help you. Agreed? And by the way, if you are not yet on the Money Mind, join the Money Mind, of course. Agree. Yes. Excellent. Good. Join the Money Mind. Now, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. And it brings me to the gift for today. Okay? Soul Coffee is totally out of this world. Can't even put a value on it. It's so valuable. Yes. It is amazing. You get these videos that are just exactly what you need for that day somehow. It's so magical. Deborah, I do it anyway. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You do. You really have. Deborah's already brought 2 people interested. So thank you very much, Deborah. You're very welcome, Kiku. Okay, the gift. Every person listening today is going to get access to Meir's Why Don't You Have Money intro program. $29 gift. You didn't expect it. It's a generous exchange gift for you. I want to give you guys that gift. I want you to have that as a potential program for you to use and watch when you want. It teaches about sales and how to make money. Why don't you have enough money? That's a little gift for everyone. Now, Money Mind members, or those that joined today, by the way, I want to talk to you about winners. On Friday, this Friday that just happened, we had a business class webinar that my dad delivers that blew me away. A few people here are on the business class. The business class is our premier flagship business program. And people can tell you what Friday's class was. Exactly, Harold. Best ever, yes. It was amazing, okay? The business class is a 1-year program that costs $9,000. And it gives you 50 lessons around how to build a business. It's really powerful. My dad delivers it. It's out of this world. Now, my father works with an exclusive group of entrepreneurs at all levels and takes them to profit guaranteed. Kapil, I'm on both now. Yes, Kapil's on the business class and he's on the Money Mind. It's gold. Yes, it is, Carmel. Yes, it definitely is. So, on Friday, he taught one of the most powerful lessons I ever attended. See, my dad was a diver in the Israeli submarines. I don't know if you know that. So he was in the submarines, but a diver. The divers are the ones that get out of the submarine and do special missions outside of the submarine in very unique diving situations and crazy, like really very advanced stuff. To get into this unit, scary, 4,000 people started and they ended up at 21 people. It's a very elite unit. 4,000 people tried to get in. It ended at 21 people. He was one of them. This is a level at or above the American Navy SEALs. Israeli men are required to spend 3 years in the army, yet due to this special program, he was there for just under 6 years. So he was in it above and beyond because it was a special forces program. He went on to start and operate a business worth $100 million, which would be $1 billion today if you converted it, because this was about 30 years back. And he's really the most powerful person I know. He's a genius. Anybody that knows him will tell you that I'm not just being biased because he's my dad. He is truly a genius in every sense of the word. And anybody that spends a little bit of time with him has witnessed miracles. Yeah, true. Yes, exactly. And so I would say that he has a unique mindset. Wouldn't you say? It's probably a unique mindset. Something's there. And something there is different. A gift to mankind. Yes, he is. He has a winner's mindset. I love him too, Deborah. Yes, amen. So he has a winner's mindset. So, special price. Friday's session taught everyone to be a winner in everything they do. The focus was on making money, and especially sales. How do you win and how do you make money? Especially how do you become better at sales? But the applications are endless. Relationships, health, going to the gym, mindset. And not just a winner, but how to act with certainty and total self-confidence in any scenario. Imagine that. You just know what to do no matter what. This knowledge makes you bulletproof. It makes you into a money generator. It's vital for you to know. When I saw this, I said I need to invite the Money Mind members to get this. So as a special gift to the Money Mind members, by the way, it's currently, you can buy that one lesson for $197. As a special gift to the Money Mind members or anyone that joins this powerful group today, you will get this course for a special price, free. I want to give it to all the Money Mind members free. Okay? That's the special price. Wow. Yes, it is wow. Wow, wow, wow. If you're not on the Money Mind, you have a chance to join today. You'll also get it. That's amazing. Yes, it is. It is. Instead of 199, yes, I know you're in, Vusani. Absolutely. Wow, wonderful. Yeah, I'm letting you in to the business class. That's like unbelievable. Very generous. Yes, it's a major generous exchange. This is a major bonus. This covers basically your month of payments. And one more thing. You know how people have book clubs? Wow, it's the biggest gift. That class was killer. Yes, it was, Anna. Yes, it was. And by the way, Money Mind members, you can expect here and there, not all the time, but here and there, I'll give you surprises. All kinds of surprises. Wonderful. Yes, Barbara. So you know how people have book clubs, right? So like where you read one book and then you go and you read a part of a book and you talk about it in a group setting and what did you get out of it and everybody discusses that book. That's like how a book club works. So I'm starting for Money Mind members something new, okay? I'm calling it the Wake Club. The Wake Club. The Wake Club, some weeks will have a specific webinar for every member to study that week. Okay? The following live coaching session, like this one, we'll go over wins, questions, ideas, applications of that webinar, so as to take what you already got, which I know will be powerful already, and magnify it. And our first Wake Club lesson is this free gift, which by the way is called Business Class. Are you a winner or loser? How to be certain, succeed, sell, and help a lot. That's the name of this one lesson. So we're taking this lesson. All the Money Mind members have an assignment to watch it. It's 2.5, 3 hours, I think. Your assignment is to watch it this week. Next week, we're going to have a segment called the Wake Club where we're going to talk about it. 2.5 hours. Okay, great. Not the Week Club. Exactly, Harold. Not the Week Club, the Wake Club. So we're going to take that class and we're going to discuss it 10, 20 minutes. What did you get? What were the realizations? What were your applications? What changed? And that's your mission as part of the Wake Club, is to go over that lesson this week that you're going to get as a gift. Not every week is going to have a Wake Club. Not every week is going to have, but maybe once a month, once every 2 months, there'll be a specific assignment that we do as a group. Love it, Anna. Yes, great. Love it. Awesome. That's awesome. That will be valuable. Yes, it will be. So, the Money Mind. Awesome. Yes, that's it. For those that are on the Money Mind, that's basically it. For those that are interested in joining, I want to talk to you for a second about the Money Mind a little more. I made it the most affordable program that GP offers in the last 15 years. Literally, it's $59 a week. It's a once-off $197, which includes a coaching call with me, and thereafter $59 weekly. So the coaching call, I find what exactly I can help you with. What exactly I can help you with, okay? And I build you a study program so that you can access all of the courses that are part of the Money Mind. And that's what we do on the coaching call. And we get you all set up and we get you access and get you logged in and whatever is needed. Now then there's no commitment. Cancel anytime. Do 1 week, $59. You didn't like it, no problem. On the coaching call, I'll find what is the exact hidden area you need to get knowledge on so as to bring immediate income. This equals a customized program of knowledge and a path for you. You get immediate access to one of my GP coaches, instant unlock of the material, priceless material, and weekly group coaching sessions like this one with an incredible community of like-minded, successful people designed to handle your personal issues. As you see, we find what are your personal issues and we go over them. This data that I went over, like what I now used as the scenario with Robert, with Rudolph's survey, all this stuff. It's something that everyone can benefit from. To join, which you should, and if you join today, you'll also, of course, get the gift, gprosperity.com/moneymind. Yes, Deborah, we need to set up that appointment. I agree. We definitely need to. Absolutely. And yep, let me just say, I wanted to, perfect, good. And by the way, the yearly option for there's one more option for those that are decisive and like to commit to investing in themselves. It's 199 yearly, which is basically a 30% savings if you commit to the year. On the yearly option, you also get me as your personal coach, plus all my support, WhatsApp, etc., email, and so forth. Extra $6,000 worth of courses, access to confidential programs, and a 15% site-wide discount. So you're going to need more coaching, you're going to need more courses, things that are not part of the Money Mind. And basically, you get a 15% discount to use on other areas, on other programs that we offer as just an extra. That alone can make you back your money because you'll get discounts on other programs. So the full year is discounted to $199 yearly or weekly for only $59. And today you get the bonus lesson. And that's it. Join. It's gprosperity.com/moneymind. Harold, how long are the replays available? So the live coaching sessions actually are not going to have replays. Once we, following next week's lesson, there will not be any more replays. If somebody has a specific circumstance that they talk to me about and they can't make it for some specific unique reason, I'll arrange a replay for you. But generally speaking, I want you on. Otherwise, if replays are available, before we know it, we're going to have 2 people logged in on the live, and everyone will just watch the replay when it's convenient for them. I want the group element. I need to hear from you. I need your participation so I can get you proper feedback and actual answers and open communication and results. Love it. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. See you next week. Join the Money Mind. And yeah, exactly. I won't record it. Exactly. And today we went over really powerful data around help, understanding, love. We went over sales. We went over surveys. We went over how to improve a website. And we went over a tool that you can use in everything you do. Operate with generous exchange. And if not, it will lead to disaster. And if you do, it's the key for endless expansion. Generous exchange. So that was today. I think that was good work in a good amount of time. You're very welcome. Well, thank you for all the replies. Lance, you're welcome. Rudolph, Avery. Lance, today was awesome. Every time is awesome. Lance, you need to join. Tarek, you also need to join. Yes. Thank you and love you, Deborah. Powerful. Thank you, Carmela. Thank you, Gal. Appreciate you and your lessons. Thank you, Robert. And thank you also for being willing to, help everyone. You really helped everyone. Carmela, life-changing. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. You're very welcome, Anna. I'm so happy you were on. Awesome, Kapil. Thank you. Kapil, it's great to have you on the program. So many of you are already on the program. Thank you very much. This is really more than generous. Yes, Anwar. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Wendy, totally awesome. Awesome, Wendy. Wendy, I sent you a message. So let's see how we can get you on. I sent you a message on text. Anthony, you're very welcome. And Ahmad, thank you, Gal. Great session. Thank you. See you next week. Bye-bye.